Hello friends, welcome back to Wawa AS. Welcome to this important questions discussion. So now we will discuss the urban heat islands. As you all know, we are discussing the solutions of vision prelims and mains tests. Apart from this, sometimes we will also discuss these important questions from the test so that you can focus or you can revise these important questions multiple times. If you want to watch the solution of all the tests, do visit the playlist section where you will find the solutions being discussed of all the vision prelims and mains test. Coming back to this question on urban heat islands. So if there is a question, okay, first you have to know its definition. In fact, if you see, this urban heat island is important from geography point of view. In GS1 you can find this question. The urbanized areas that experience high temperature than outlying areas, the structures like building, roads, they absorb and re-emit sun's heat more than the natural landscapes like forest and water bodies. This increases the demand for energy, leading to increase in the greenhouse gas emission and causing discomfort to human health and affecting the flora and fauna. So this can be a standard introduction which you can write for this question. Now the major factors responsible for the urban heat islands. Major factors are mostly for the urban heat island, the human activities are the major causes. The sources of anthropogenic heat, cooling and heating buildings, manufacturing, transportation, lighting, heat from this warm urban atmosphere by conduction, convection and radiation, paved over surfaces like road and parking lots absorbing the solar radiation as heat, urban geometry, height and spacing of the buildings affects the amount of radiation received and emitted by this urban infrastructure, high-rise buildings trap the outgoing radiation, CO2 and greenhouse gas, they act as blanket absorbing the infrared radiation and prevent it from escaping into the outer space. Scant natural vegetation in the urban areas, reducing natural cooling effect from the shade and evapotranspiration. So the major causes, if you see broadly, paved over surfaces, that means the concretization, the huge buildings, the CO2 and greenhouse gases, and you can also even talk about these air conditioning and other systems, the refrigeration, air conditioning. Okay, they also release these kind of waste gases. Okay, the freons and all. And also you can even talk about the coal, the thermal, basically the thermal power production units near the urban areas, because the urban areas need their continuous electricity supply. So that also we can show. And the less vegetation, like these are the various important factors that are responsible for this urban heat island. Now what are the measures that can be taken? First is natural ventilation by arranging openings in the buildings to face prevailing wind, ventilated roof and building orientation with adequate gaps for good airflow. Increasing in-surface albedo that impact the energy balance of a building. The surface materials with high albedo to solar radiation reduce amount of energy absorbed through building envelopes and urban structures and keep the surface cooler. Use of wide pavements instead of asphalt. Providing appropriate landscape by making vertical and horizontal green spaces in different floors of buildings with multi-use function, which can decrease energy need of cool buildings. So that means overall planning. We can talk about overall planning of the urban areas. We can also talk about overall usage of materials. Okay, we can talk about the geometry of the buildings, and also we can talk about the green cover. So in these four dimensions broadly we can talk about how we can overcome these urban heat islands, right? So in this way we can write a very good answer covering all the dimensions of these urban heat islands. So thank you. If you have any queries, you can leave in the comment box. We will get back to you, or you can even visit our Telegram channel and get in touch with us. Thank you.